Well, you could call Shawn Michaels a modern-day gladiator. His job was to knock out the other guy and put on a show along the way. In fact, he was involved in the match of the year 11 times. Now Shawn has stepped away from the squared circle, but his job of putting on a show for the audience still very much alive.
Shawn Michaels emerged in the 1990s as an international wrestling star in the WWE. His legendary skills and rebel persona solidified him as one of the most popular wrestlers of all time. Now a Christian, Shawn is open about his faith and stars as Doug in the new film, The Resurrection of Gavin Stone. The movie hits theaters January 20th.
Please welcome back to the 700 Club, Shawn Michaels. Hey, Shawn, nice to meet you.
Thank you very much.
I see you wore your hats because it's so cold here right now.
Well, part of it, I mean, it's sort of like half me, I'm half still Doug in character.
Oh, I got you.
Look, I've had a 25-year identity crisis. I have no idea who I am half the time.
Well, so. Kevin Lehman was in shorts, and you've got your hat on, so that's cool. Yeah. All right, well, you were once one of the most popular wrestler on the planet. What was life like for Shawn Michaels at that point?
Well, I don't know. That might be a stretch, but well, I will admit, early on, younger, you want it, but I didn't handle it very well. I mean, I really didn't. It's the phrase, be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
And I did not hold up real well. I put a lot of pressure on myself. And then, of course, that caused me to get into a lot of trouble. And
what kind of trouble?
Well, gosh, I mean, I was difficult professionally to deal with, and obviously personally. You know, gosh, you get into drinking, you get into drugs, you get into womanizing, doing all sorts of stuff again that just really. But
you were still able to keep in incredible shape and do your job.
No, that's the thing is, you're just because you're good at it doesn't mean it isn't true. I mean, that doesn't mean you have problems. And that's one of the things. It's pretty easy to convince yourself it's not really a problem because, you're not homeless. You're not living on the streets. You've still got money in the bank. You live in a big house. You got nice cars. How can that be a bad thing?
They called you the Heartbreak Kid. Why did you get that nickname?
Well, that actually it's a buddy of mine, Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig. It was something that was used in a Chris Ledoux song, and he just said it to me one day, and then all of a sudden, when I went to my singles career and was a bad guy and had a cocky and arrogant attitude, it was just something that sort of naturally flowed.
Okay.
And then, just, it's one of those things that you say it enough times, it becomes
of course
a real thing.
Well, Shawn, what finally broke your heart?
Well, it was the combination of the prayers of my wife that I, again, met her. Everything happened very quickly. We got married. Then we started a family, and honestly, was holding that little boy and realizing that the only way he was going to be able to turn into a decent man was by seeing it in his dad.
Sure.
And it still took 2 years after holding him for that to happen. But it was a night where I was not in great shape, and I could hear him say, "Daddy's tired," and that's the day that it really dawned on me that he's beginning to see it now.
Yeah.
And I cannot. I can't raise my baby this way. And then eventually, years later, had a daughter. But it was that moment. There was that realization that
I got to change.
Yeah. And I went into Cornerstone Church in San Antonio, and again, I need a Bible study, or I need something. I knew what I was looking for was in that big building.
Wow.
And
so you literally went in there on your own.
I did. I went into their office looking somewhat like this. I think they were worried I was going to rob the place. And then I was like, I need a Bible study. And of course, the gentleman, invited me. And then it just happened after that, received Christ as Lord and Savior. I bawled like a baby.
Oh.
And the greatest
that's when you know it really happened. You know it really
honestly,
happened.
The best thing is that, I mean, they took care of me. They nurtured me. It wasn't just salvation and see ya. They discipled me. I got into a good group. I went to my Bible study. They were constantly with me. They helped me because there was so much going on and so fast, and I didn't really know. I was raised Catholic, so I knew sort of church, so to speak.
Yeah.
But I mean, my goodness, the first time I walked into a Christian church, I mean, I was like, oh my goodness, what's going on?
I was the same way. I actually
oh
felt electricity in the air. I mean, after you've been in dead churches all your life, and then you come into a place like that where everybody's raising their hands, it is a little freaky at first.
Yeah, it scared me at first, and now, of course, all these years later, I'm
now we're one of them. Now we're one of them. Well, you are back in the limelight. You've been out of professional wrestling for how many years?
Retired in 2010.
Okay, so now you're back.
I still go back every now and then, kick somebody, yell at somebody, get yelled at, whatever.
Well, you got to. I mean,
sure.
it's just fun.
Yeah.
So you're doing a feature film, your very first one. It's called The Resurrection of Gavin Stone. I watched it. It's an amazing. I cried so much at the end, but it's a great movie. I mean, you laugh and you cry. Now, you play. Tell us about. Well, first of all, what is the movie about?
Well, it's about a former child star, Brett Dalton, from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Just does a phenomenal job as Brett Dalton. He really is. And I have to say, he was so much help. He was so awesome to me. I had no, I was very honest with everybody. I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, but everybody. Dallas Jenkins, the director, everybody was spectacular. But it's about a former, washed-up child star. He gets in trouble again, and sort of trying to get out of doing what his service. He's like, oh, I'll do community service. The easiest thing to do is I can do it in the church. And then while he's in the church, he takes it even a step farther. He's trying to get out of even doing his work at the church by pretending to be a Christian, and then sees that they're putting on an Easter pageant, and like, I'll help you guys do that. And it's much like Sister Acts. It's somebody that comes from the outside and trying to use the church as a ploy to get by with something, but then the people in the church have an effect on
Your role is a little bit smaller, but it's an important role. You play an ex-con who's now a born-again Christian. Yes. And you're sort of a friend to him, Yeah,
well, and it is. I mean, I play Doug, and he's an ex-biker, an ex-con.
Did you like acting?
I did. I loved the process. It was fascinating. Clearly, I've done some acting before in wrestling, but this was very different, much more challenging, more intimate. And again, I did. I mean, it was a great thrill to do, and obviously we're proud of the film coming out January 20th. It's in theaters, and hopefully folks will go out and see it.
Absolutely. You got to see The Resurrection of Gavin Stone. Where can we see it? When does it come out?
It opens in theaters January 20th. It's next Friday. And it is got a pretty decent release, and being in theaters, I'm very excited about it.
All right. Well, I wish we had more time. It's great to see you.
Thanks so much.
And congratulations on your acting debut. You can also hear more from Shawn Michaels today in our exclusive Facebook interview. To watch that, just go to facebook.com/700club. Shawn, God bless you. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you, man.